Here's Boston now. Here's who Chauncey Billups will start the second half with. Shaw is out there with Woodson. Then it's Barnes. Then there's Scott.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
A three from Barnes. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And what a run he's having. Everything seems to be dropping.
Into the lane, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him, but again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
Here's Freeman. And again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime. Making their first three shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
A three from Barnes. It's hauled in by Norris. Norris has got his fourth rebound in this one. A three. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Barnes with it. 28 points for him.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Here's Rivers, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
Amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect from the field to start the half.
Barnes passes to Woodson. They set the pick. Here's Scott. Drills it from outside. Scott's got 14.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And the efficiency is there, but the aggressiveness is really lacking. So far, it hasn't hurt them, though.
A three from Barnes. And it's Miles with the rebound. Miles has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Freeman. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Barnes looking around. Jacks up a three. Rebound Boston.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Rivers. Connects again.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Rivers against Barnes. Miami no good on that time either.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Look, this guy is clearly on a heater from deep. If you're the defense, you cannot allow him to shoot it from out there.
Outside, Scott. Shot clock at 5. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for Boston. Fires the three. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Good, he hits again.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. A three from Barnes. Drains it from beyond the arc. Barnes has got a pair of threes now here in the third for Miami.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Matching baskets from the perimeter and the earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Woodson. Rebounded by the Celtics. Norris has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Rivers. Another bucket. Wow!
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Scott, the three-pointer, no good. Scott's gotten only 4 of his 11 shots to fall here so far. Fires from deep. And again for 3.
He's scorching hot. Another 3.
And he's approaching the franchise record for threes in a game. Nabbing another steal.
And he's everywhere on defense, picking up that steal.
No one has more steals in a single game in team history. Amazing. Congratulations on breaking that record. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Boston.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And they've also forced a lot of turnovers, capitalizing and turning those turnovers into points. Way to get after it. Now, you know what? Feed the beast. You got to look for him every trip down because he's been out of his mind this quarter.
Barnes against Rivers. Pulls it from 20. Barnes can't get it to go. So it's Boston now. Launches it. Good on the triple.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
And they pick up 2. Scott's got 16 points.
Well, you guys know I love analytics, but I still like the mid-range, especially when he's taking the shot.
Good, another from 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Pass to Woodson. On the wing, Barnes. 5 to shoot. Stolen by Rivers. Three-pointer. Another one goes. Incredible. And there's 80 points.
Wow. Just wow. This guy right now on another level.
Barnes down low. He's guarded by Rivers. Barnes can't get it to go. Here's Rivers. And again for 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Barnes outside. Will it go? Rebounded by Freeman.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer.
And yep, another basket.
And he's nearing the single-game franchise record in scoring.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history to boot. Knocks it loose. Barnes outside. Outside, Scott driving inside.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Fires for 3. And got it! Another basket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. To the left wing. Here's Woodson. No good with the layup. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level. And you can see he's found his rhythm here in the third quarter. You can just sense the uptick in confidence. Everything he puts up from long range seems to be going.
Can't hit from in close. It's Rivers on the wing. Non-stop scoring machine here.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Heat shooting right around 41% from the field in quarter 3. Barnes outside. Barnes the screen.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Again, the miss by the Heat. Freeman passes to Miles. Here's Norris. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
It's blocked. Bogdanovich pass to Miles. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
Here's Woodson. Shot clock at 5. Shot to stop the run. Scott can't get it to go.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And another assist for him.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Pass to Woodson. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Wagner's checked in for Boston. 16 feet away. Looks a big high bounce and goes in.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
Yeah, and once you see that advantage from the sideline, you just want to yell at him to shoot the ball.
Here's Morrison. Up and in from the low block.
And that trip played out perfectly for him.
And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Wagner. And good. He hits it again.
And what a night. Arguably the best in franchise history.
Tying the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it. Boston shooting their second free throw attempt on the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Woodson's checked in for the Heat. .24 seconds left to play here in the third. That's tipped. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Bogdanovich. Oh, wow, what a quick move inside.
That is incredible.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Here's Collier. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Boston, holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.